let's make sure the centered here. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so camera centered. We're gonna wait till chat can hear me. Anyone who's watching this after should be able to see this part. But right over here, I have live chat. And once you guys can see and hear me, let me know because we're gonna get started right here with Candy Creep. So you guys, it looks like can see me, okay? If you guys can hear me fine, we're gonna get started. We've had some issues with the mics, but it sounds like we're back. Okay, so here we are with Candy Creep, and he is an exciting one. This guy was the last on the poll, which I'm kind of surprised about because he's actually a really cool one. And I think he's pretty, the way they made him, he can work in a lot of different themes. He obviously works great in a carnival, but he can also just be in a normal theme as well, not circus. But let's open him up. Let's see this thing. He is really a cool prop. I know some people have a problem with the arm positioning, but you don't really notice that too much. I think it's fine. Here's the undershirt right here. Here are the pants, bloodied up as well, which is nice. Don't get too many bloody props, so that's cool to see. Here is one of the hands, another bloodied up piece, and this looks like the one for the mallet, so this is going to go back like this. We have just got some Immortal masks. That's awesome. I actually ordered an Immortal mask a little while ago, and hopefully it ships pretty soon. Usually it takes 8 to 10 weeks, and it's been about 8, so I'm hoping to see it ship soon because I'm excited for that. Immortal is great. Here is the hammer, mallet, that he carries. We have another arm right here that has, oh, here's the head actually in the clothing, so we're going to save that for last. Here is the other arm that has the lollipop in it. I've had some trouble with this. I'm missing a screw in it, so I'm going to probably have to screw this back because it is kind of risky and wobbly, as you can see. But 2 screws are still in there, so it should hold for today, but before I put it outside, I want to do that because it's kind of dangerous. Mr. Happy or Candy Creep? I'd say Candy Creep. I usually don't like the props with the kids in cages. I know a lot of people love that, but I've never been a big fan of those. I think they look a bit too fake, but Happy's okay. I think it would have been cooler if he had kind of straps from his back holding that cage on. Here are 2 of the shoes right here. I like the dark black. We really don't see that much. That's also another thing emphasizing that this can work in multiple different types of themes, not just clown, not too bright of colors, which is cool. Here are some foam pulls. Those just go around the legs. We have the mechanism. This thing is huge. It's got this giant spine piece, and this is pretty big. It reminds me of Howling Werewolf, actually, the way he is formed. It's pretty cool. Oh, also, a lot of people have been asking about the Menards lineup, and a lot of people wanted to know if I was getting Smoldering Ghoul, and I just did. One of my local Menards had 1 left, and I got it. And I am filming the unboxing currently. I'm not completely done with it yet, but he is huge. He's awesome. Here, and then I think probably tomorrow or soon I can do demos of that on the stream. Here is the bottom mechanism. He has 2 separate mechanisms. This one is the body turn. The other one was for the arm movement and head turn, I believe. Yep, that controls both. Let's see, we have instructions, the base, which is tangled up with the adapter here. He has a 6-volt 2-amp, I believe, just a normal adapter here. Yep, 6-volt 2-amp. We have 2 very long leg pulls. And then finally the instructions in here. These are, I'm pretty sure black and white, if I remember correct. Yeah, black and white paper instructions. All right, let's slide this box out of the way, and then we will get started with the setup here. So we're just going to place, oh yeah, I forgot, we have the head in here. His head is really cool. I didn't like it at first, but then I saw it in person. It's actually pretty creepy. Here it is. It's pretty realistic as well. This is one that does get deformed. This one's not too bad though. He does not look too bad. And he's creepy looking. He's got the big mouth, and that movement is great too. The mouth movement's good. So that's cool to see. But yeah, really cool, very realistic. Real hair for the eyebrows, which I like because we don't see that too much. So let's start with our base right here. Let's get this adapter untangled here. There we go. So our base is labeled A, so we're going to start here and attach B and B. Doesn't matter which side they go on, they're both labeled B. So we're going to slide this down, and then we want to get those shoes on before we get the pants on, because that'll make it a lot easier. So we'll take these shoes, they're both labeled C, doesn't matter which side they go on. SVI reuses the molds for these. They do have little notches right there that they slide over so that they can't go any farther than that, so it never looks unrealistic. Even if there's wind or someone accidentally kicks it or something like that, it will continue to look good. So now we have these foam pieces that just slide down the legs like that, and the pants are going to go over this. This makes it look a bit more realistic, although I think his pants are or have enough excess fabric that it doesn't really need that, but it's fine. We have blood, more blood on this side. Blood is on both sides, but looks like more is on this side, so we're just going to put that on like this. Let's see. Least favorite prop I own. Oh, that's a hard question. Usually I sell my least favorites. I sold Double Trouble. I sold Pennywise. I know he's a popular one, but I didn't really like him. But there's a lot of the older ones that I don't really like anymore that I sold, the Rocking Chair Witch, stuff like that. But right now, I don't know. It's probably one of the smaller items. I don't really know. Life Sentence was another one. I do kind of like Life Sentence, but he was too small and too difficult to use. Some of the props I think are cool, but just too difficult to use in the haunt. Let's slide this up so we can attach this piece. First mechanism piece right here. The mechanism points to the back. The motor's in the back down here. So we can slide this on. And because these are straight up pulls, it's not too difficult to actually slide in. Some of the snap blocks get pretty bad when they're bent. So we can slide this on. If you saw me turning it, there is a small side and a big side on this, so it does matter what way it goes. And this kind of protects the mechanism, although they do give you this plastic piece, but also makes that waist formation look more realistic. So we can slide this up. I'm going to slide this wire up because we're going to need that later. We're just going to put it there for now. The pants can go over this like that. And these look pretty realistic, these legs. So, and like I said, the foam's not too needed because it already kind of draws it out using this hip loop right there. So that looks good. Now we can get our main mechanism piece on. So let's move this up just a bit more. About there. We should be good. Here's our main mechanism piece. This thing is huge. This is going to slide right on here. He's actually surprisingly tall for being this crouched over too, which is cool to see. He is pretty front heavy. It's not too bad. It's not so bad that you need a weight, so that's good. Here we have the green wire, so let's just connect that right now. That'll make it easier. Then I think our next step can actually be this. This is the overshirt, and then he has the undershirt as well. We can slide this. What's the smallest prop I own? Probably Face Ripper Clown, I'd say, would be the smallest animatronic I own. All right, there we go. We're not going to Velcro that all up yet because we do have some things to do in there. Wires and volume and adapter and stuff like that. So let's put this arm on. This arm actually faces up a lot. The other one goes back. We're going to slide this down. What's my favorite horror movie? I was trying to answer this last stream, but I didn't actually remember, but I remembered afterwards. Krampus is my favorite, but since that is technically a Christmas movie, even though it is horror genre, I'd say for actual horror movies, it'd be Conjuring. Conjuring was awesome. But yeah, Krampus would be my favorite, if that counts. If not, then it would be Conjuring. All right, let's slide this in. There we go. Okay, so this needs a lot of adjusting here, I remember that, but it does look really good eventually. He also has a Velcro right here that Velcros onto this because this all does move, so you want this to look good. Okay, so that's not too bad. There's a lot of excess cloth on this, but excess cloth is always good. It makes it look more realistic. So there we go. Now we have our other arm that goes back. So we're going to put this on, although we might need to move him a bit. We might be good. He's very close to Jack. Slide this up here. Yeah, he might hit Jack. Because this arm moves, we can't be too sure until he starts going. So we'll see what happens there. So we'll put this into the prong. It's pretty up high though. I do know that when the hammer goes on, it weighs it down even more. But yeah, that looks like it will probably hit him. So we'll move this guy just a bit before we demo him. Here's the mallet. Sticker faces that way, like that. We're just gonna slide this all the way down till it hits the rubber piece. There's a rubber ring that goes on it, like that, to keep it up. So it looks like he's holding it back there. So our final pieces are the undershirt and the head. Here's the undershirt right here. This Velcros up to a very weird section. It's like by the shoulders and very difficult to find, I know. I remember the first time I could not figure out how to get this piece on because it is pretty confusing. But I found one Velcro up there. Let's try to find the other. I think I found the other here. Nope, that's not the correct one. Yeah, it's weird. I think actually some of it might go around the head as well. So let's actually get the head on just in case, because I kind of remember something about the head up here with the clothing, because he does have 3 separate Velcros, so something goes up to this. So we do want to get this on. Slide this here, full latex head. So the neck does kind of have to be posed out to make it look realistic, or else it won't really hide all this. So hold on. We're gonna move up just a bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's slide this through right here, the wires. All right, and now we have some Velcroing to do up here. It looks like, yeah, it's gonna be all the undershirt that Velcros. So we have a main Velcro piece that goes right here and here, it looks like. Yeah, I see how this works now. And then we have 2 more Velcro pieces that go in back that kind of Velcro to each other. And this hides the neck, so the neck looks more realistic. Although you still kind of need to puff out the latex a bit to make it look even better. But there, that looks actually really good. So now, those Velcros I was looking at earlier attach to the bottoms of these. So let's find that again. Okay, found that. And this just comes up here and attaches to that. It's not a full undershirt at all. That's why it gets kind of confusing here. But now we can find our other one up here. I'm not sure. They're very difficult to find because the inside of the cloth is black and so are the Velcros. So it's pretty difficult. And Alicia Raquel, thank you so much for the $10 donation. What was the animatronic that you were excited about that wasn't as cool when you got it or broke quickly? That would be Henry Hustle, I'd say. Henry Hustle, I was so excited to get, and he broke within a day. He was broken right away. And then I got a second one, and that one broke too. So I sold that one off because that one was broken as well, and I have not gotten one since because I do not plan to. That one was really disappointing. I think his concept is awesome, but he was really not made well. So we have red and black wires right here to the head, and then there's a white wire, which is our last wire that goes to the motor up there. So now we can, oh, actually, we do have one more piece, which is the sensor. And I don't see that. Oh, it's actually stuck in the mechanism up here. So let's slide that out. That just slides into the tie, which is kind of creative because both are the same right there. Both are black and it disguises it pretty well. All right, so let's see how we do this. We have some Velcros up here. It looks like the first Velcro is this one. So we can Velcro that there. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I do like the tie hanging out. You can do either. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Like that. There we go. All right, so now we can Velcro the rest down here. There are a few. There's about 4 down here, plus that top one. And there we go. So he is all Velcroed up and ready. Let's slide this down as much as we can. Make this look realistic. Just pose this out. And then we're going to have to move him just a bit because of Jack Stalker. But yeah, that looks really cool. He looks good. Let's see if you guys can see him fully. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so go right there. And we're just going to slide this over a bit because I think probably right there will be fine. That's a bit too much though. we can probably go to about there without it getting dangerous of hitting him. So let's make sure you guys can still fully see him. And we're gonna go about there because his activation is actually pretty wide. He goes pretty far during it. So here's his adapter. Let's slide this up. His control box is in a very weird area. It's under the plastic spine piece, so it's kind of hard to get to. But let's check what the volume's at right now. He does not have a plus or minus. So we're just gonna go halfway and we can adjust it during. Now, he's ready to be plugged in. So let's plug him in. Here is the extension cord right here. We're gonna plug this into the wall first, and then we will plug it into the prop. All right, let's try him out. Might have to adjust the volume. All right. Sensor him here. Might take a second to warm up here. There he goes.
Hello there, little one. Want some candy? Come on, it's free. It's really good. I think you're going to love it. It really packs a wallop.
Really fast movement as well, which I like. I was really happy about that when I saw him in person.
Candy. I have some candy for you. So sickeningly sweet. I know you cannot resist. All the kids have a smashingly good time when I'm around.
Yeah, he's really cool. I do love that a lot. A lot of people found him really creepy in the haunt. All right, so what demos do you guys want to see? Let's see, first one over here. Little Skelly Bones, that's the first one I saw, so let's go over there. Little Skelly's right over here. Here he is. Let's see. His adapter is plugged into something else right now. And I think it was Shotgun Blast. Yeah, it was. Shotgun Blast is who put the adapter in yesterday. Little Skelly Bones is the easiest to access, so that's why I just switch his around, because it just plugs in right back here, and it's not covered up. So it's easy to switch. And it's a 6-volt 2-amp, so it works with most props. All right, let him reset real quick. All right, let's sensor him.
3, 2, ready or not, here I come. Da 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 da.
Sensor him one more time here, so he can reset.
For the dead and the dead.
There we go. Really fast jump scare. I think that's going to get a lot of people on Halloween. We'll see how he does. Wretched. I see a lot of Wretched, yeah. We haven't actually demoed her for a while. Here she is, Distortions Unlimited Wretched. She is amazing. One of the scariest I own for sure. And she's really gory and realistic. All right, there she goes. She just shakes like that and has an audio track that plays as well. Don't have that hooked up right now, but she is creepy. And then when you have a weight on her base, actually, she shakes even more, if you can see that difference. And I really like that. Although you can kind of see the details better when it's like this. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the haunt yet. We'll see. But yeah, she's cool. Unplug her there. What next? Let's see. Monty is the next one I saw. Here's Monty right here. Looking awesome with the new head. Not a broken mouth anymore. Still not as great as some I've seen. But it's not bad anymore. It definitely works better. Sensor him here. His sensor does take a second. So we'll let him warm up there. All right. So cool. He's such a great prop. Really a cool idea. All right, Punchy. Do see a lot of Punchy. Here's Punchy. Let's let him inflate quickly, and then we'll turn the lights off because he looks a lot cooler in the dark. All right, let's go over here. There's a lot of adapters coming from this section. This is Punchy's, and then we can go to Lord Raven after because I saw a lot of Lord Raven as well. All right.
Come closer. I have something to tell you. It's so funny. I promise you'll die laughing.
All right, let's turn the lights off here. Now he's fully inflated.
Round and round and round I go. Where I stop, soon you'll know.
Really cool lighting. All right, so I did say Lord Raven. So let's go right over here. Here's Lord Raven plugged in there. Let's move the camera because he's gonna censor. There he goes.
How dare you enter my forest? If you value your pathetic human life, turn back now. Or come closer. You shall meet your doom.
I do know how to fix a warped Monty symbol. Hold on, let's unplug Raven. Okay, I had to do that as well. Mine was very warped at first. First of all, spin it to the section that looks the best, because when the flat section is in front, it's harder to tell. But then all I did was take a hair dryer on hot and just kind of go over the section that was warped and warp it back. And now mine are pretty straight, so it looks pretty good. Ghostly Gentleman Jack I did see, so let's go over there. If you guys haven't seen that, I made a video today of this guy, and he is amazing. He is from HalloweenCostumes.com, and he is awesome. This thing is really a cool prop. Now, one thing is we may have to, let's actually scoot him over a bit, because we're gonna actually have to bring him over closer to a plug, because I don't have a plug near there. So we're just gonna come over here. Here he is. He is really, really cool. Let's slide this back, and we'll plug him into the wall here. I love his phrasing as well, so his volume should be on high. Although, one thing, hold on, let's go inside here. I do have his eyes unplugged right now because I was testing out how that looks. Usually I unplug eyes for a haunt. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with his yet because I think they look good both on and off. So let's plug these back in. I do like that they're kind of deep in the head, so it kind of looks like they're following you a bit. So it's kind of cool. I do like how they did his eyes a lot. Okay, so we'll position this here. There we go. All right, plug him back in. Here he goes. Censor him quick. I might have unplugged this a bit. Yeah, looks like the adapter was kind of getting pulled out here. All right, plug that back in. There he goes.
History calls.
Eyes are still not plugged in.
But I never fancied a name. I prefer the slice of that. So I think it best if you just call me Jack.
I don't know, I do think it looks pretty awesome without the eyes though. Just the dark face looks pretty cool. Censor him one more time.
I quite enjoy walking the streets late in the evening. Such loneliness and merriment never fail to inspire my blade.
Hauntress, thank you for the $2 donation. You can get Ghostly Gentleman on HalloweenCostumes.com. And he is really cool. And a lot of people ask about props that are around 200, and here is a great one. I'm excited to use him. He's gonna be right by the front of the line as kind of a greeter. He's gonna be cool looking there. Okay, so I see nozzles. Yeah, let's go over to nozzles. We're gonna go back over here. Candy Creep. We're also going to come back to Candy Creep for anyone who missed him. Here's Nozzles. His fog should be plugged in. I'm not sure. It does look ready as well. Yeah, okay, he is ready. So let's just plug him in right here. We're also going to turn off the lights for this one because he looks a lot cooler in the dark. All right.
Nothing like a little Halloween fog to set the mood. I can't get enough of this stuff. Get a load of this holiday shit.
I'm happy to see how many activations we've been able to do with him before it runs out too. Because most of my fogging props, other than Fogging Grim Reaper, most of them don't release this much fog per activation, and his fog machine is doing fine. It's just a 400 watt, so I'm happy with that, because that is what I plan on using for Halloween. All right, let's see, Grim, lots of Grims. Let's go over to Grim over here. We're gonna have to move a bit of stuff to get to him, because as you can see here, he's kind of blocked by Buzzsaw. But let's scoot back here so you can see his full activation here. And then we're just gonna tilt Buzz out of the way. Still have to get a fixed saw for this guy. But that should happen soon. All right, let's plug Grim in. Quick servo reset right there. Arm reset as well.
Your host is not here right now. They're busy burying something in the backyard. But we'll have loads of fun while they're gone. The night is young, and I'm ready to party. Are you?
Really cool. This is the 2021 model, so he says tonight is ours instead of Halloween is ours. I'm happy about that. I like that. Crouchy's right here. Here he is. Crouchy's looking awesome. We actually haven't demoed him for a little while. All right, let's plug him in. He has a weight on his base, so he should be good. Mine has a pretty front heavy lean. Let's come over here. All right, sensor's in the mouth. Yeah, he's really cool. Uh-oh, there he goes again. His sensor is also really good, especially for being in the mouth. That's pretty impressive. Lucky Bottoms I saw. Let's go over to Lucky Bottoms. Oh, Mr. Howell. I see a lot of Mr. Howell. Hold on, let's go to Lucky Bottoms right after just because we're already over here. Here's Mr. Howell. All right, go up just a bit. And let's plug him in. Okay, he does take a second for the sensor to warm up. All right, should be good now. Amazing mouse movement. Love that thing. Really, really cool. So, there's Mr. Howell. Let's go over to Lucky Bottoms, like I said. Lucky is over here on the floor. It's still kind of foggy over here, as you can tell from Nozzles. But there's Lucky right there. Let's plug him in. Right here should be his. There we go. All right, he's on constant, so he's just going to go. There he is. What fog fluid do I use? That's a good question. Master Effects. Their fog has been amazing. I've been using it for all the props down here, and it's great. They have fast dissipating and very long lasting, hours long. It's crazy. They have really, really cool fog. And what I like is they dye it. They dye it red. So you can actually see very clearly where it is in the tube and where it is on the meter to show how much fog you have. So it's a lot better than clear fog for just visual purposes. All right, let's do 2 more before going back to Candy Creep over there. Prowling Jack. Yeah, we actually haven't gotten a single request for him, I don't think, which is kind of surprising because he's awesome. But yeah, I think that is the first request I've gotten of him. So let's move Candy Creep over. I have demoed Pumpkin Nester over here, but he's been going, but no requests, I don't think. Now, the plug is for all of them, so it's all gonna start up right now. Hopefully you guys can see the pumpkins. Nope, not quite. There's the pumpkins going, but here's Jack.
Here comes another fool who thinks it's safe to come so close to us. Yeah, they must not be very smart. Well, no matter. I'm sure they have more to offer than just brains. True. I can sense a delicious soul in there somewhere. I have a few ideas as to how we get it out.
He's cool. Really a great concept. All right, there he is. Let's do 1 more before going back to Candy Creep for anyone who missed that. Miss Mercy. All right, Miss Mercy is the first one I saw. I also saw some of her earlier, so let's go over here. Here's Mercy right there. Now Buzzsaw's saw is kind of in the way, so let's just scoot this over tiny bit. Don't need to move him too much because Candy Creep's actually in the way here. But that should be pretty good. You guys should be able to see her pretty well. All right, here she is. She does turn, so she might hit Mr. Howell just a bit, but we should be good. This is her adapter right here. There we go. Her sensor's pretty good, I believe. I don't think she needs too much time to warm up. She's awesome. Definitely one of the scariest again. All right, let's go back over here. Here's Candy Creep. Position this over back where we were. And then we're gonna slide Candy Creep back over to where he was. Here he is right here. Let's just slide him back in place. About there should be good. He won't hit Jack now. Let's plug him in here. All right.
Hello there, little one. Want some candy? Come on, it's free. It's really good. I think you're going to love it. It really packs a wallop.
All right, so do it one more time.
Candy! I have some candy for you. So sickeningly sweet. I know you cannot resist. All the kids have a smashingly good time when I'm around.
All right, so there he is, Candy Creep. If you guys haven't, go check out today's video on the Ghostly Gentleman Jack. He is amazing. But there he was, Candy Creep, new poll. That is right. Yeah, new poll coming out tonight. And if you don't see it tonight, it will definitely be there tomorrow morning. But yeah, excited about that. This will mostly be other company 2020 stuff, so Home Depot stuff, and maybe even more stuff probably, and then some 2019 Spirit stuff likely. So yeah, getting a bit older, but we definitely still have time before those old props, and then the ending ones will be Colossus and Mutant. But yeah, there he was, Candy Creep, back tomorrow with a new poll. Go vote in the community page. But there he was. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.